Hello and welcome to another Ludic episode with me, Niftyrat. I've been busy working on my temple. I'm trying to spread the word of the Dark Lord round and about the world, and hoping that really our recently introduced partnership with karaoke continues to give us some diamonds, because building that temple not been cheap. Hopefully things will settle down and it won't be quite so costly. So let's take a tour around the work we've been doing on the temple and see what has been completed and what we'd still like to do, really. First off, look, you can see we've added in the symbol of the Dark Lord. Yes. And, more importantly, it's on both sides. Yes. It's looking good. Now, nobody will wonder what it is and where it comes from. They'll be able to see that it's the Dark Lord and it's embedded in. We've got this pattern and you'll see it repeated in a few places. So if we come down, with last time out, we'd finished some work in our base area just above. We put the floor in. We'd done some work on the basement, and we'd worked on our boardroom table, and we're looking for people to fill out the board. Still no joys. We occasionally have a meeting with karaoke there, but not much. You'll also notice, if you've been paying close attention, that we've actually taken the very edge strip off, just to give it a less square look. But here we are in the basement of the other tower. This is where all our people come to do their work, come to have a study. So here's our library study area. So when everybody's in, all these tables will be fully occupied, with them all busy studying all these books, looking for hints, tips, and trying to find us good things like this, our armor. Yes, and our weapons. So you can see we've got wooden patterns on the floor, lots of lanterns and candles to keep the area well lit. Don't want anybody getting eye strain. Then we come up, and this is where our junior staff live, and you can see each one has got a team of people led by a more senior acolyte, in case there's ever any trouble. They've got their armor ready to go for each squadron. So we're going in through the double doors. First thing you'll see is like a seating food area, a private table if senior people need to have a private one-on-one conversation, and then obviously a bigger table for people to eat at. And this is our dorm room, so the most junior people live here in their dorm room. The people who are on their first steps to following the Dark Lord's path. You can see there's quite a few beds. We'll have quite a few people following the path. Then you get past the eating room, and here you'll see our second tier acolytes' beds. So these are people who have passed the second stage. If you remember back when we went through the journey, all that time ago, there was 5 stages. These are people who were at the second stage. So they're studying, working down in the scriptorium downstairs. But they've advanced more than our most junior staff. So they're doing a little bit better. So they get a private room. Not much in the way of furnishings. Private room. A couple of places to store stuff. And bookshelves. Because we've got to keep the study up. And these are repeated all here on this side of our floor. Then here we've got our third tier people. So these have a private desk for study, get some work done. These are often working late into the night and don't want to work down in the scriptorium. They can bring their work up here, work at their own tables. And then they've got their bed. They get a nice double bed. So it's a bit bigger, a bit spacier, a bit roomier. More private in terms of work because they've got more important studies to do than our tier 2 acolytes here. So here's our tier 3. We'll all be working away. As I say, pardon? Thought I heard a noise. Better not be anybody in here. Shouldn't be. They'll regret it. One of them wandering trader people. Can't seem to get rid of them. They're always knocking at our door. If we go up to the far more opulent, this is our leadership level. So these are our tier 4 acolytes. These are more senior priests. You can see here, they've got shiny diamond armor. Got tridents for helping deal with water situations. And there's only 4 of them. So you can see there was a lot of first tier, some second tier, fewer third tier, and then our 4th tier. It contains just 4 people. I'm definitely hearing noises. Good. Here they've got a table for them to eat at. So often the 4 of them. It's one of them trader people. Don't know what he's got to sell, but he's going to regret it. You can see they've got some decorations. Got a nice wooden floor, so they don't have to wear their shoes. Got a nice carpeted floor, so they don't have to wear their shoes if they don't want to. These have got a much nicer private room. So again, they've got a little private dining table. Got their private study table. Got their own little private libraries. And they've got a much bigger bed. And these get a whole floor to themselves. These are the most senior people below the Dark Lord himself. Namely me. Yes. These are our main leadership. Have a floor unto themselves. They don't need a doorway here, though. Everybody knows not to come up here without permission. Then here at the top is our private study chapel. Here we've got somebody preparing to give a speech, presumably at the next mass. And here's where all our acolytes will gather, ready to give praise to the Dark Lord. And again, we've got the Dark Lord symbol there up on the wall. Nice and well lit. Don't want to hurt yourself while you're praying. And we've got some nice little bits of tree. Just keeps the air nice and fresh. It's quite a large room. It's quite a large cavernous room. We want to keep the air nice and clean, nice and fresh. Make sure everybody has an enjoyable time. You can see we've got some nice windows to let in the light as well. So that's what we've been working on here in this area of the temple. Let's go see if we can find that trader person. Teach them a lesson for disturbing us. Can't see them. They're lurking outside. They were. Looks like I've got some nice fish for supper as well. Ah, there you are. Trying to break in this way, were you? Well, we'll solve that problem. That'd be a lesson to you. don't take kindly to unwelcome visitors. We have a doors. You want to come in through the doors. This is the area we do need to do some work on. So we've got our main portal in. That needs to be extended up and filled in correctly. And as you can see, we've got hello. We've got two little rascals. They keep escaping. These have been really helpful when we've been trying to do work on the temple. These have been really helpful. These are boxes of building materials. Nothing exciting. Look, just building materials. As you can see, we started to lay out the floor. But we think of taking this wall down and just making this into a giant reception area, effectively. This will be the first place people come into. The other thought is perhaps we need to fortify it in the event of somebody trying to come in who we don't want. We go out this way. Through our bell tower. The other areas that do need working on. Always raining in this area. It's just these little areas here, so these just need lighting up and a little bit of work doing on them. Obviously, you've got the corridors then through, and in this case, brings us back to the marvelous Guardian farm that we employed karaoke for. She still hasn't billed us for, but let's not remind her. If we go on up. See, we put the first of the chandeliers in. These are having to be custom made, so we're still waiting on the second one. But that will come in, and that will just light up this end of the room as well. Then we just need to get more people to come and if it obviously when I'm here and you've got the senior acolytes. Two there, and then you've got the 6 remaining members. And this chair here is the one for whoever we're talking to. Our visitor chair. If we needed more visitor chairs, we'd just ask the second tier acolytes to stand up. Occasionally it'll just be the senior most people. That's what we've been up to here at the temple. Go back to the base. You can see we've been working here on our tunnel to the temple. So we decided to reuse the stone that we got from the original temple that was there. To give us a path. We then laid it with some nice soft wool. The reason we haven't done the roof yet, because the contractors that they've employed here on the Ludic SMP to do these main tunnels, well, they're not finished. They're still not finished. Yes, look, another escapee. They've been working on these tunnels for months. I can build a tunnel and I can get it decorated in about a week. These months. Absolutely shocking. Maybe we ought to think about sending Carol to suggest that they need to do something a bit quicker. But until this is finished, we don't know how far up we need to take our tunnel. Just leave the rubbish lying around and everything. Honestly, the quality of the work, substandard. What they do is lovely. They just don't do enough of it, and they don't do it quick enough. Let's have a quick trip. And they haven't got rid of all the gas. They're still floating around. A quick trip to the shopping district. Let's be able to check our post first. Whee. Split up. Oh! I hope that's not stone. I hope that is deep slate. No. It's empty. What sort of shoddy, no good misfit put stuff empty in my mail? Wow. On the other hand, Carol's clearly been here. Got all the diamonds. Yes. Who's that? Who's there? How dare they been here? Ha ha ha. Yes. Good pun. Very punny is the Dark Lord. Who else do we have? Teddy. Nice and cuddly for bedtime, but don't know why they need a box. And then plod. Not sure who these people are. These names we all recognise. I'm not sure about these others. Let's put our diamonds away when no one else can steal them. Still raining here as well. I suppose we ought to go down. Have a wondering. No one's buying much of anything. Ooh. People have been buying our tools. Who wants any ice? Miscellaneous tools and weapons. Nobody wants any of those. All the bamboo. Don't even know what that one was selling, but nothing in there. Nobody wants the best netherrack ever. Shocking. I've got more diamonds here as well. Bring your own lapis. People are starting to use it. It's good. Anvil's looking okay. So we've got some money we can collect from our shop. Now, have people been donating to get their protection from the Dark Lord? One. Yes. Look, the sign doesn't say Dark Lord. Because we don't want them to know. They think it's so innocent. Foolish mortals. How's our shop with Carol Oak? Honestly, I don't know who put that noise there. One. Not many rockets in here. I have to have a word with that Carol Oakie. She doesn't seem to be restocking very quickly. Nobody's buying TNT. Good. No one's buying the junk out of the junk barrel. Oh, what a brilliant person. Such a good person. Now, has anybody been buying mud? They have. Carol's already collected all the money. What about our lovely shop over here? Nobody wants drinks for the ills. Sugar they're not collecting. I think Carol's been emptying it and not restocking it. That's shocking. Redstone. Bottles. Yes. Spider eyes. Never was any epic spider eyes. I'm happy to go with the cheap ones. Stickiest sticks. No one's buying our potions. Oh, that's good news. But we'll have to have a word with that karaoke about restocking. Now, seeing those vines reminded me. I've heard a disquieting rumour. I've heard that Magister fellow, he's found some items, shall we say, and he's messing with them. Now, he doesn't understand what he's doing, and he's relying on help from other people to resolve them. But he didn't come and talk to the Dark Lord. There's only going to be one way that ends. Not with my sword. It's going to end in tragedy. And that's going to be unfortunate. I think that's the word we'll use. Unfortunate. Oh, wrong way. Interesting seeing sheep. Let's go and get out this rain. Head down the tunnel that's still not finished. I'm not sure about this roof either. Looks a bit dangerous. You have to keep ducking your head. Well, I tried to get hold of Carol, but apparently she's out of town. She's busy looking for things. She didn't really say what. Well, hopefully that means that she's got distracted, which means she's going to forget all about that invoice. So yet again, we won't have to pay her back. Not at all. And that'll be good, because as you can see, we've not got many diamonds left. And business hasn't been as profitable as we'd like. So it's a bit of an issue. But that's one I think we're going to have to resolve next time. So hopefully we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.